Tread lightly. The Archmage is expecting us, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're welcome.
We're going into an... oh, you made it. Unfortunately, I still have reading to do. Amuse yourself with these skeletons while I finish this paragraph.
That had better be a really good book.
What did you expect from an archmage?
These books. You think she'd let me borrow some?
This would make a nice parlor, if you got rid of the corpses.
Look at the three of you. It's like something out of a book. A godlike of an unknown deity, an exiled animancer, and a rainbow-colored wizard. All looking for a garden, from what I've gleaned.
It is her. We felt the pluck of her fingers outside our door, searching. For us? Our prison? Who is she? What does she seek?
My little puzzle was very clever, wasn't it? A challenge and a parable, all at once.
We didn't come all this way to stroke your ego, Archmage. We seek answers.
Fear peels away all of one's pretense. Mortals are their most sincere when they're under stress. Also, I needed to finish my reading. Although it would have been amusing if you died for it. Huh. What did you think I was trying to tell you with the puzzle? Two hands of Aedyr, reaching for the same thing. Sadly, both of them miss. Sorry, but I'm not opening the path. Consider listening for a moment before you resort to utter futility. I came to the Living Lands because the sickness here, this dream scourge, fascinated me. This plague shouldn't exist. It can't, and yet it does. The essence of the Living Lands is falling into chaos and entropy. It's more powerful than anything I've seen. I suspect it has something to do with how the Aedyr has been severed from the rest of the world. I believe the answers lie in the ruins, but the essence there is so strong it's blocking my spell work, which has never happened before. Ever. No one enters Naku Kubel until I get to the bottom of this. Sorry. Curiouser and curiouser. What is so special about you, godlike? You have my interest. Show me if you live up to it. Are you? Oh my. I didn't think this was possible. Something I don't already know. I can't believe I overlooked this possibility. A god here, alone, trapped in the severed Aedyr. This explains so much. My magic being ineffective, the essence here being so intense. And you, godlike, with your unfamiliar appearance. You're the missing key to the lock, sealing Naku Kubel. A part of me wants to cut you open and rummage inside you so I can learn about your god. But yes, I will. You are a godlike of this strange, isolated, possibly miserable god. A piece of them resides in you. I have no doubt that like will recognize like. You will open the gates to Naku Kubel, and I will study this metaphysical aberration up close. Go. Find your so-called garden. Report your findings to me. Perhaps there is more to this than either of us alone can see. My thanks in return, godlike. It's not often that Kith, or really anything at all, can surprise me. I wish you luck on your journey, if you believe in such things. Just keep in mind that countless dream thralls are on the same path. I'm sure you'll survive. If not, well, lovely to have met you. Let's hope you remain unscathed. And you, Orlan, you seem a clever one. Take my grimoire. It will allow you to dispel the barrier I have set before the ruins. You have talent. Not any mage can dispel my illusions. Perhaps when this is over, we should speak again.
You want to speak again? Yeah, of course. Can't wait.
She gave you her grimoire. Be careful with that thing. Who knows what it can do?
There's no shame in ignorance, envoy. Only a denial of such. Either way, I do know where they are. The ruins are far in the northwest. The people here have named that area the Deadfall Highlands. No more wasting time. Off you go. Use the teleporter behind me to leave. Or jump, I suppose, if you're feeling grim.
And off we go! Did just happen, right? I didn't imagine it. Ringrim liked me? And my spellcraft! And she gave me her grimoire! Look, isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? You were incredible! Thank you for trusting me.
You, my dear, have a promising career ahead of you.
Oh, Quilici would have been so proud if he were here. I cannot wait to tell him. With Ringrim's grimoire, I think we can go to the ruins and find the garden.
For once, we've outpaced Ludwig. A rare advantage. I say we use it.
Then there's no time to waste. I must prepare for Naku Kubel. As must you.
Let's hope the ruins are warm. I didn't think to bring a coat.
When you were out in the Shark's Teeth, you didn't happen to find a badge belonging to Tama, did you? Hard to know where to start. Reminds me of old times. Long marches under the desert sun. Scouting runs through sandstorms so thick we had to tie our tunics over our mouths. It was sunburn on your top half and chafing on your bottom half, but yeah, those were good days. And Tama, he'd wake us up before dawn with the most off-key singing you've ever heard and a pot of burnt merc brew. Only once I realized he was burning it so we couldn't taste how stale it was. He kept us marching until we had sand in every orifice you can think of, and a few you didn't know you had. Just when it felt like we were going to collapse, he'd call it and we'd make camp. And somehow, we'd all find the energy for a few rounds of cards or songs or stories. He did. I don't know. This won't bring him back. This won't change anything. Because I'm a glutton for punishment? Here's the truth. I led a patrol. We were ambushed. Tama came to our rescue. And he suffered a fatal wound in the process. He was the color of an eel's belly. The stubborn bastard made it all the way back to Thirdborn. We got him a sickbed, but we knew he didn't have long. I wish I could believe that. You ever had to watch someone fade away? When it's slow and agonizing, no glory, no din of battle, no distractions. Then you know. It's like sitting still while someone drags rusty nails over your skin. Sitting there, I noticed that he was missing his badge. And all the time I'd known him, I'd never seen him take it off. Cruel irony, isn't it? He comes to our rescue, and in the process, he loses the thing that marks him as a soldier. I'm sorry, Envoy. I haven't talked about this in a while. I never thought I'd tell this story again. But there's something about the way you've led us, the clarity you've kept. Something about you that inspires confidence. Kind of like thanks. Just having his badge in hand means more than you know. There's just one last thing I've got to do. There's a memorial site with some cairns on the cliffs east of Thirdborn. One of those cairns is Tama's. It's time I said goodbye. He used to complain his house in Thirdborn never got enough of a cross breeze. I actually think he would have liked a spot on the cliffs overlooking the sea. I hope so, anyway. Let's get some rest.
Do you know anyone from the Hand Occult?
I know. I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her. She even offered to make me her apprentice. As smart as you are, Envoy, I sometimes forget that you are still a layperson. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the Godless? I've spent my whole life with them. Oh, you even learned their proper name. I can't believe you listened. You'll make me cry at this rate. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. This is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do? I know. That's the whole issue. I've learned magic through my own means, reading and studying on my own. How much more could I learn with her? And how much faster? Within a fortnight, I could rule the world.
As if you need an archmage for that. You could rule the world with a smile.
Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me. Do you think those Aedyrans were onto something? Or were they onto something before you ended their studies? Do you think they could have cured the Dream Scourge? Dearie, the best science has a little danger attached. I just hope we made the right decision. I suppose you're right. But we missed an opportunity to learn more, and we won't get such a chance again. I hate to see it slip through our fingers. Had you left them to their own devices, who knows what we would have gained? A cure might sound far-fetched, but what if they found treatments for the Dream Scourge, and even other ailments? But our loss, I suppose. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling? Always a...
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about what happened in Emerald Stair. I know your Emperor sent you here to represent Aedyr. With the Steel Garrote trying to raise Fjord has gotta make things harder for you. Sure, but you couldn't have expected this. The cruelty behind the Steel Garrote's plans. It's hard to reconcile that with the place you've called home. I just wanted to know how you're feeling about all this. Yeah, I told you about my time fighting under Rauatai's flag in the Deadfire. Seeing what we did there, what we allowed. I felt like the home I knew was changing, bit by bit, or maybe I was. Enough about me, though. I want to know about you. You'd think this island's big enough, wouldn't you? Anyway, I just want to check in with you. This may be your burden, but you don't have to carry it alone. What's on your mind? Night, Envoy.
Katoa and Hayako. An interesting pair. Despite their clumsy methods, they were just defending their community. I'm grateful that you showed restraint. They have a second chance, which is more than most get. I only bring it up because people are growing wary of your empire. With good reason. When they take their anger out on you, don't judge them too harshly. We all make mistakes. Anyway, just wanted to get that off my chest. Not before I've done some reading.
I've been meaning to talk to you about Katoa and Hayako. I didn't think it was possible to talk them down, but you managed it. And you saved more than their foolish hides. Plenty. Those two fought for Rauatai in the Deadfire. They learned how to disrupt enemy movements and destroy supply lines. They'd have nipped and poked at your comrades at Eagle's Reach until Aedyr finally snapped back. At Thirdborn, most likely. All while the two of them remain secure and defended in their tower. Nor I, but this goes beyond defense. Thirdborn's under threat, but if loose cannons like them fire at everything that moves, they'll draw even more trouble to our walls.
They lash out like cornered animals, giving the Steel Garrote a reason to fight back. Not that they need a reason.
Still, better not to give them one. Or they'll have us fighting on too many fronts. Stunts like theirs will only draw the ire of the Steel Garrote, or the full force of the Aedyran army if they push hard enough. Believe me, I want to be wrong about this. The Living Lands is changing. We've got more ships coming to port every year. If it's not Aedyr, it'll be someone. I can take watch. I'll be up a while anyway.
Yardsley? No pressure, but...
Let's not do that again. Let's stay out of Archmage's domains from now on. Sure, we made it out alive, but that outcome felt out of my hands more than I'd like. Right. I'm trying. All I'm good at is surviving, under specific conditions that make sense to me. When things don't make sense, what am I supposed to do? Just hope it all works out? Destiny? Another word for do what you're supposed to do. I already failed that one in law school. Anyway, I'm glad to be out of there. Time to curl up with some jerky and a few swigs of Wodak. Anyway. You too. Oh, Giada? I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it. I thought I'd give it a try, see how it feels. Yardsley's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely. And spiders. How come the answers are never in a little oasis with shade and drink service? I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin. I'm sure we'll be fine. I just hope this is all worth it. Anyway. Not before I've done some reading.
Would you like some ice, darling?
I'm not drinking anything.